Hey guys, Oko here. Welcome back to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. So now that we've gotten our golden shovel, we're going to be talking to Plo here. There's one quick thing I just wanted to quickly do. Something I feel like I should have done already, but I wanted to, I think it was in our achievements, I want to get the fame for Adeline here. I think we've earned it. And I think that one... Oh, we have to talk to somebody for that one. Iva Halom. I'm pretty sure we've done that one. I don't know. I want to see if that one we can get that one activated. But let's talk to Plo here. Plo Trishbonk. The Mithra, who guards the castle. The battle for peace and love is never ending, and I, Eternal Flame, attaché of Amour, dutifully stand at the front lines. I come bearing a gift requested by dearest Fremilia. Could I trouble you to call for her? Attaché of Amour? Ah, yes, the man from the Adventurers Mutual Aid Network. Of course. One moment, please. Ah, lovely Framila. I have brought it, as you requested, together with a huge helping of love. Oh, Eternal Flame, there is so much I know all of Adeline can learn from you. Speak not a word more, for the attaché of love. Oh, heavens me, Oko is here too. I think I get it. Eternal Flame, when you mentioned love, you must have meant that you have already secured Oko's cooperation. My, you do think of everything. No, it's nothing like that. Just we live in dark times without love, milady, and thanks in advance, Oko. Thanks for what? How is our Ciela? How are you? Let's see. What do we want to choose? I'm going to say thanks for what, because I'm kind of confused. Thanks for what? Why, it's the, what do you call it? Records of Eminence. Objective. That's the word. Our Eternal Flame friend surely filled you in. No. He hasn't. Eternal Flame, that's rather derelict of you. No, what I was trying to say is, we live in an age where people yearn for peace, so then it falls to the lovely Framila to set the wanderer back on his proper course. You see, it all started when... Ygnas, have you looked over the budget Chero Machero proposed for repairing the damage caused in Rala waterways? Ygnas? Are you even listening? Our meeting starts any minute now, and you haven't even given it so much as a glance, have you? Any minute indeed, Princess. You must get ready. Of course. I'll be along shortly. Princess, is everything... Every day I'm worried that two of them will break out in a kerfuffle. But who can blame Ygnas for being stressed? Greneth is always going on about how he would sneak out of the castle when he was a child. So who's to say he isn't doing the same thing now? Who would expect a tottering leafkin to be the city's highest ruler? But he has a sworn duty to guide his people. I don't care how much he wants to get a breath of fresh air. Doesn't he give two wits about how Arciela is worked up into a tizzy? But I know you do, Oko. And so the lovely Framila, always one to bring succor to those she loves, came up with a marvelous plan. The first step is to ascertain exactly why he sneaks out. That's where Eternal Flame comes in. I had him prepare a special Records of Eminence objective as incentive for someone to help me get to the bottom of this. And of course, I'm pleased as punch that it was you, of all people, who answered the call. And now that you know what the deal is, chop chop! Stop by again if you learn anything. But what about my love and peace? So yeah, we got a new thing to do here in the Records of Eminence. Let me see if I can find this. Objective list. So where would it be? Probably in content, I would think. No, it's not here. Tutorial? Records of Eminence quest. Here it is. That's a strange place to put it. So figure out where Ygnas has been sneaking out to and report back to from Mila. So what do we have to do for this? Let's just see. Alright, so we have to go to Rala Waterways. Alright. Quickly, I'm just going to go see if I can look into that fame thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure our fame is all maxed out here, so I thought by activating that fame records it would have worked. Oh, there, it worked now. So there we are. We got the copper voucher, we got the sparks and everything. So here's Shalvava. Let's talk to him. Or her. I think it's probably a her. Aha! Cute. It's getting tomatoes. I made it. Shalvava, I'm here to pick up this day's shipment of boxes of Adelinian tomatoes. Always a pleasure, Cynthia. You can't begin to imagine what a help it is to have you come pick them up so frequently. I've been running around like a chocobo with its head cut off ever since that explosion a while back, and the repairs sure have kept our hands full. Unfortunately, today's deed is done. Ygnas was here not half an hour ago to pick them up himself. Odd that you didn't pass Was him on your way down here. Oh, not again. I've got to hurry back to the castle. Yes, off you go. Fermilla was always a touch on the flighty side, but Cynthia's got-a-roo heaps of neuroses all her own. My, the waterways are abuzz with activity today. So, Oko, tell me, to what do I owe the honor-waner? Who would you like to ask about? Let's see. I am interested in Ygnas. Ygnas? If you recall, his patronage is the very reason that the Civic Arboretum has grown and expanded to the flourishing gardens it is today. Naturally, I was concerned for Ignas's health from both a personal and professional perspective, but to see him looking like that, well, now I see why he's been a staunch supporteroo of our vegetables. Don't get me wrong. I'm elated that he's better and visiting regularly. It was a bit of a surprise, that's all. He seemed particularly concerned about the effects the explosion-wosion had on the Arboretum's expansion and the growth of our crops. You're wondering how I can understand him? Well, he's not much for speaking Weaking, but body language can tell quite a lot if you're inclined to pay attention. And when you work around vegetables all day, your green thumb becomes good for more than just growing woeing. It's a matter of watching with your eyes rather than listening with your ears. The princess was always espousing her philosophy of harmony with nature, and I like to think I'm doing my parteroo. But I've babbled enough. My vegetables await. How are you, my pretties? Cute. Alright, now we will head back to Plo at the Adeline Castle. Don't worry, Oko. Cynthia already told me everything. The Adeline family always had a penchant for boxes of Adelinian tomatoes, stretching back to August himself. Sweet Altana above. That wouldn't be odd by itself, but none of the tomatoes even made it to the kitchens. I don't care how stressed he is, there's no way Ygnas could have scarved them all down by himself. So then where? I haven't the foggiest. Then we must follow the trail to solve this most perplexing of cases. Come on, Oko. They couldn't have gone far. And by come on, I mean go on. I'm far too busy to join you. And just like the last time, come back if you hear anything. I swear, if I have to buy a fourth pair of... Alright, but we complete the Ygnas directive, number 1, and now we can do another one. So let's do that. 18... Other, here. Figure out the mystery behind the missing tomatoes and report back to Framilla. Alright, we'll start by looking around the Inventors Coalition in Western Adeline. Alright, so we're looking for, this is it here, I think, mischief marker. Yeah, let's click here. My tum-tum is bursting for some num-nums. Oh, Musto Rusto, our days as performers are over. These guys again. And we were the hot-to-ruest comedic duo ever to hit Adeline, and now we are left with nothing but pangs of hunger. I even see hallucinations of deep-fried shrimps dancing before my very eyes. Musto Rusto, look, a deep-fried shrimp. Oh, no, it's just Oko. Enough groveling-wobbling for food. Tell him the news. I could have sworn we did this already. Listen up, Oko. Taru sauce is no more. Finito. And that's not all. Truffle Buffle. There's no time for you to keep flapping your tongue. We've gotta go. But what am I to do about this horrible famine? Where are my deep-fried shrimps? Get your mind out of the feed bag and let's get going. Well, they didn't take anything from me, so I guess that's okay. That's always good. I'm always nervous around Charo. They like to pick my pockets, it seems, quite a bit. Alright, so now we want to go and look for... We're looking for someone named Versaint. But we might not be close enough to them to show up on wide scan, but let's just see. Oh, there they are. Okay, right in the center of town. Alright, so here we are. Here's Versaint. Should you be unaware, this locale is reserved for performances by the various troops and reviews of the Mummers Coalition. You are in luck. The next show is about to begin. Thank you. Before the performance warm-up starts, we've got some most distressing news for you, our adoring fans. I know this will come as a shock walk, but Taro sauce is no more. Oh no, that's awful! Please say it isn't so. But don't fret. We are welcoming a new member into the fold, and our duo will now be a trio. Enjoy 30% more laughs at just 110% of the entrance fee for the new improved Taro Sauce Supreme. But you've heard enough chatteroo. Now for the big introduction. Of course, you all know me, the fearless leader, Tuffle Buffle. And who can forget the maestro of mustard, Musto Rusto. And now the man you've all been waiting for, the illustrious, magnificent Taru, Sanji. Hey, who died and made you leader? And you there in the audience, you're going to let him get away with that farce of a title? Ha 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 ha. Alright everyone, you know how it goes. Live from Adeline, it's Firestay Night. But before I forget Taru, there's another announcement we have to make. We have special parting gifts for you, our loyal fans. Pupati Dollamore. Show them what they'll win. Ooh, boxes of Adelinian tomatoes. The princess shared some with me a couple months ago. They're so juicy and yummy. And plump and ripe. If I stock them in my stall, profits will soar for sure. Tomatoes. All this time I was about to expire from malnourishment Taru, and you were hiding succulents from me. I can't wait until after the performance. Let's chow down now. Don't even think about it. Those are for our guests, Wests. He never gets to eat. What are those two bumbling fools up to, making me hold a basket of tomatoes like a field hand? Here we have Paladi Shalmore. But the books don't lie. Against all rhyme and reason, they've become the coalition's most sought-after act. And now there are 3 of them. What is this sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach? Oko, I didn't think you had it in you, but you're not nearly as terrible of a manager as I once feared. And now I'm starting to regret making him sign that contract, tying his pay into their success. Hey, Fabioso. Now what, Celestin? Is it just me, or is almost no one gazing upon our beautiful physiques? Indeed, I might as well not have put this alluring cologne on this morning. No, you're not impressing anybody, guys. Take a back seater. Hey, get back here. I'd hate to say we're losing the audience, but have we lost our way? Should we bring in someone new or hold a joint performance with another group? And, well, after that incident a few years ago, the Mighty Maiden certainly won't be chomping at the bit to work with us. There was only one female idol left I can think of, my sweet mama. And once again, you've taken total leave of your senses. My big mama is the greatest star this side of Mindarsha. I thought we'd long since settled this most obvious of disputes. Enough, you two. Stop wasting your time tearing into each other and get to dancing or singing or whatever those 2 left feet and croaking vocal cords of yours can do. Sweet heavens. It's the cheap. Cheap? Not you too. Mama! Mama! Well, remember this, cheap. Big Mama will come back and whoop your behind. When will those 2 stop hiding under their mommy's skirts? And as one act falters, another rises to take its place. At least Taru Sauce is able to pay their restaurant bills now. And, in case you're wondering, the idea to give out boxes of Adelinian tomatoes was Sanji's. Tomatoes, potatoes, it's all the same to me as long as the audience eats it up. Well, Oko, you know what you've got to do. Make sure that the budget doesn't go as red as those tomatoes. Now, hop to it. Yeah, so I guess these Ygnas directive things we're doing, the Records of Eminence, I guess this is just sort of a fun little way of wrapping up everything from the Seekers of Adeline expansion, really. Like all of the people from all the little quests and missions that we've been on are sort of sprinkled in through these, I think. Which is kind of neat. I didn't know it was going to be like that. So let me see here. So now we need to just head back to Plo. And we'll finish the second part here of the Ygnas directives. So, Oko, what have you learned? Taru Sauce Supreme? What on Vanadil is that? Why, only the hottest comedic duo to hit Adeline in the last 50 years. And how do you, of all people, know this? I went to see one of their shows. And where did you find time to do that? Never mind. I don't want to know. And he's performing with them? I don't think I've been so befuddled in my whole life. What could he possibly gain by being a two-bit hack of a performer? He wants to spread the word of our good nation's tomatoes? And I repeat, how do you, of all people, know this? Just something I heard. What exactly are you doing with that non-existent free time of yours? Oko, is this true? So, let me get this straight. Ygnas has joined a troupe of bumbling wannabes in the hope of boosting sales of the Civic Arboretum's boxes of Adelinian tomatoes. Well, I suppose he has long been a champion of the Arboretum's activities. But it just doesn't make sense. I should attempt to look on the bright side. At least he's working for the good of the city when he surreptitiously sneaks out in broad daylight. Then Framilla's judging gaze will have to be averted a little while longer. Oko, I'm sure this isn't the last we've heard of this debacle. Your services will be required again sometime soon. Yes, ma'am. And Cynthia stands at the ready. You've barely done anything. Cynthia? Cynthia, get back here! Oh, those two. Alright, very good. There we are. So, that, should open up another one, I think. No, it's not here yet. Alright, yeah, so we just have to wait for the next game day and then talk to Plo so that we can get the Ygnas Directive 3. So I think that might be just right after midnight, so that's pretty soon, so let's take a little rest here. Greetings, Oko. Let me call Framila for you. Heidi-ho, Oko. How can Framila be of service? The heck? What just happened there? That was weird. It's happened again, Oko. Huh? I'm talking about the princess, silly. Now hear me out. Ygnas? Did you check the minutes for the budget meeting on repairing the damage to the Rala waterways? Ygnas? Huh? Fusilton? Ygnas. Princess, please forgive me. I should be the one apologizing, Fusilton. It's not you I'm mad at. I simply tried a candy that Master Ygnas offered me, and then... How dare my brother drag you into this, Fusilton? He's got some nerve. I was planning to ask his opinion on something before the meeting, but it's almost ready to start. Princess, you must hurry. The meeting is about to begin. Of course, I'm on my way. Princess? So I guess we were supposed to think that was Ygnas, and then it turns out it was a trick. It turns out it was actually someone else, just with the costume spell. So you see, this crafty little ploy of his is how he's sneaking out of the castle. Therefore, I must call upon you once again to investigate Lord Ygnas. For the princess's sake, I want you to get to the bottom of this. Now then, off you go. I'll be eagerly awaiting your report. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so now we can activate... What? The objective list. Don't know if there's going to be any battles coming up, but I'll just activate that for now. Alright, so now what we're going to do is go... Alright, let's talk to Roskin. We haven't talked to him in a while. We did a quest for him long ago. Ah, never have I seen anyone more cute. Surely you think so too? Who? I don't know who they could be talking about, because I don't know who's who. Okay, that was a good choice. Surely you think so too, Yosio. Yeah, she's cute. In fact, I'd say she's thrice as nice as yesterday. What's this now? I got it. I thought you might show up, Oko. For some time now, I've been gathering info for the Scouts Coalition, where I've become quite the superstar, if I do say so myself. Superstar being the operative word here. And now, I've been charged with gathering information on a top-secret project. Have anything to say? Tell me more. Fascinating. They're all the same kind of thing. Hehehe, I knew you'd be interested. Now, as I was saying, this is a top-secret project, although... After all we've been through, we're as thick as thieves. I think I can share a few details with you. Previously, you helped me gather information on the Age of Pioneers that served as the basis for the Great Expedition. Of course, I'm the one who practically handed you the clues and shoved you out the door, but that's neither here nor there. So, do you know about the game based on the Great Expedition? Its name is, wait for it, The Great Expedition. It's a board game thought up by Margaret back when she was a student. The game was extremely popular among the other students at the inn at the time. Margaret frequently visited the Selenia Memorial Library in order to work on an expansion that closely followed history. And so, what do you think happened as a result of that? It followed history exactly. Nobody could defeat the threat that faced the forests of Albuca. Gradually, the game's popularity began to wane until eventually people stopped playing it altogether. And that's the long and short of it. You might think it best to leave the past alone, but now the Scouts Coalition is digging around for information necessary to develop a new game. The theme for the game is living in harmony with the forest. I think you can see where this is going. I've been tasked with serving as the head of the team responsible. So I've gone from learning about the past to pioneering a greater future. I agonized for days and nights until it finally hit me. If you want to learn about the forest, then you should ask the forest itself. Brilliant, no? So basically I decided it would be best to ask the Leafkin, since they reside in the forest. Of course, I'm going to have to look into a Leafkin myself, if I'm to have any hopes of talking to them. I hear that if you eat a piece of Cope's candy, you will look like a Leafkin for a brief period of time, brief being the operative word here. In other words, what I'm trying to say is, go out there and find me some pieces of Cope's candy. Once you do, I'll be able to set the course of Adeline's future. More importantly, it'll give me a chance to get close to Yosil. That's just an added bonus, of course. Go on now. Our future depends on you. Get close to Yosil. We'll see about that. There was someone else lurking around the bushes there. Alright, so there is one person here that does have the Copes candy in town. Sometimes you can get them in login campaigns, but I don't think there is any right now. So I'm going to quickly head back here to the castle area. And down here was the Mithra that we would exchange some of the gear from the Wildskeeper raves. We exchanged with her in order to just get some bailed because we didn't really want to collect any of that stuff. But apparently we can talk to her, and she's got some items. See what's with the Leafkin. I picked him up on an excursion with the Scouts Coalition. Huh. I'm not going to read all this because it's just too much. But basically, I thought that she was one of the ones who had this Copes candy, but I don't know. So hold on, I guess we just had to open up. I probably never picked on that selection before. Let me just see. Now, let's see if we can talk to her. So here we go. Ah, young man, how's it going? Well, good for you, kid. You're in luck. That piece of Copes candy you're looking for, it's on my newest products. It's one of my newest products. You see, Leafkin are quite popular around the bend these days. In fact, people have regularly been making offers I can't refuse just to see Giosuke. Can't let such an opportunity go to waste, right? Well, I should make a killing at the next Vanadil's Most Lovable Species contest. You see, business is all about making contacts. Speaking of which, let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? About this piece of Copes candy you're looking for. They're kind of hard to make in quantity, so the price is... Let me see. Ah, yes, the current price is... I've got it right here. 100,000 bailed. So, what do you say? Well, you can buy one for that much, but there is ways to get it cheaper if we refuse to do that. So we'll just do that just so we can show it. Are you crazy? Haha, you drive a hard bargain. Okay, but just this once, you hear? Confound it all. A flighty little swan came by here and was clearly up to something, but she said she'd buy 'em all. That's too bad. This was a chance for me to get my new product out on the market. Wait, you're a pioneer, aren't you? If so, how about you bring me a jar of jungle nectar? If you do, I'll discount your piece of Copes candy to just 10,000 bailed. What do you say? Leave it to me. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, it's a deal. Once you get the jar of jungle nectar, bring it to me. There's no need to fret. Bring the goods and I won't have to have Giosuke here break your kneecaps. Alright, so to get that item, we're going to head to Lefalia. Alright, so here we are in Lefalia, and I think we're looking for a goblin. There was one here. This is him, yeah, Supox. I kind of remember we talked to him our first day here. He bought things we had no use for then, but look, now he has something that we actually need. So here's a jungle nectar for, a reasonable price, 2,490. And there we are, we got one. That's all we needed to do here. So I'll just head right back and take that right back to Eastern Adelan. Right, so we're back. So now let's just give her the jungle nectar like we promised. Thanks. Now let's get this party started. So Jiosuke drinks the jungle nectar. Alright, Jiosuke is leaving the rest up to you. He's leaving the rest up to you. Does a little dance. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. See? I told ya. Here's that piece of copse candy you were looking for. What's the matter? Why do you have that look on your face? Never mind. Let's see. We agreed on 10,000 bailed, so... do we have a deal? Sure. Thanks for your business. See, I always live up to my promises. Come back whenever you need me to sell you some more. You can even see Jiosuke while you're at it. Squirk? And we got a piece of copse candy. And we're now able to purchase that from here. Yeah, hopefully at that same price, but I doubt we'll ever need another one of these. So I guess we just take this to Roskin now, back at the statue. I wouldn't even... yeah, I feel like we've gotten one of these copse candy things before. I think I might even... I can't remember. I wonder if we can hold more than one of those. We might even have one of those in our inventory. I wouldn't be surprised. Ah, were you able to get some pieces of copse candy? Okay, let's give this thing a shot. There you go. Better get moving. Aww. Always a pleasure, Master Sanji. I hope to see you again soon. That was weird. Listen to this. I think I've got an idea as to what he's trying to say. I was going to try and reply, but I can't speak a word as long as I'm like this. Huh? How do you know what I'm saying? Trust me, it isn't hard to understand that simple mind of yours. I think anybody could do it. Hey! Oh, that reminds me. I'm forgetting something important. I'm on my way. Wait for me, Miss Yosil. That's not gonna happen if I've got anything to say about it. Ouch. Ugh. You neglect your work for this? That's minus 20 marks. So, about this new game, who do you think came up with the idea for it? That's right, Lord Ygnas. That was pretty wise of him to use this game to get the people of the city to live in harmony with the forest. Do you recall that I once said that there are no witnesses to history? That only physical evidence can serve to prove what happened before? What if we applied this logic to the future? That which has yet to happen can be either black or white, depending on the information at hand. Fascinating, no? It's enough to make me wonder if hiring him was a mistake. I hope he dies 100 times over. Wow, that hurt. Palomal, that was rough. Alright, so now that we've done that, that's it. Now we just go back to Plo once again. Well, what? Lord Ygnas was talking to some young and beautiful waitress. Why would he even bother when Framilla, one of the greatest beauties in the land, is right here? What's that? You think I should be focusing on the new board game? I already know about the Great Expedition. Wait, you've heard of it too? It was in the storehouse, but there's a new version now. Make up your mind, would you? Do you know about it or not? How can I put this? It is a game that you play on a board. And he's been making a similar one based on the theme of living in harmony with the forest. So that the people in the city playing it can learn about the future of Adolin. That's the line he's spouting? I suppose a game does make it more approachable and educational at that. Although I've got this gnawing feeling about that waitress. Oko, it looks like I'm going to need to call upon your services once more. Please, let me know once you find out what's going on. Alright, we got a pair of Delagate's cuffs. And we can now do the next Ygnas directive. Figure out the nature of the relationship between the young woman at the Café de l'Armes and Ygnas and report back to Framilla. I want to just quickly take a look at these cuffs, which I will probably never wear. Oh, God. Didn't we have some of these already? Oh, those are those hideous things that those guys in the suits are wearing. Anyway. Alright, so we're back at the good old Pioneers Coalition here, and we're going to talk to the guy that we talked to all the way back at the beginning of the Seekers of Adolin expansion. I think we pretty much talked to him on the first time we ever came to town. Let's talk to Level. We should get another cutscene here. It's been a while since we've talked to him. Ah, if it isn't Oko, how's it going, friend? Me? I've been running myself into the ground ever since the princess began pursuing her goal of living in harmony with the forest. I doubt you've ever run a day in your life. Leathery Lay. Maester Longevo. Level. How about you actually do some work for a change and visit Kammer Drifts to procure some supplies? What? But I don't do so well in the gold. Don't be such a fraidy cat. If anything happens to you, I'll be sure to properly gather your remains. Although, if they're buried in the snow, it might pose a slight problem. Oh well, no big loss, I guess. You're colder than any mountain could ever be, Speaking of camera drifts, I need to talk to you about Arciela. She and Ygnas are currently meeting with Sajaka. Naturally, she's seeking his counsel on the best way to live in harmony with the jungle. I imagine she should be back any moment now. Now then, Oko, would you mind paying her a visit when you have the time? Unlike some people we know, she's quite the industrious sort, never stopping to take even a moment's rest. We can't afford to lose her and go through that whole ruckus with the 12 orders again. At any rate, I'm sure that she would be relieved to see you. Alright then, I'll leave you to it. What does he say now? Whew! I was fortunately able to get out of having to go to camera drifts. It only cost me my next day off. Although, it's not like the princess takes any breaks. I suppose I just need to buckle down and work harder. By the way, didn't Leathery Lay tell you to go visit Arciela? You better hurry up and do it, if you know what's good for you. Greetings, Oko. You're here to see the princess? Funny that. She and Master Ygnas just returned a few minutes ago. If you require an audience with her, you may proceed. Is that you, Oko? Hehe, you definitely are a strange one, aren't you? Whenever I find myself in need of counsel, you appear as if out of nowhere. You see, my brother and I just returned from a trip to speak with Sajaka. The matter I'm seeking counsel on is related to what he told us. What do you mean, Your Eminence? There is nothing else for me to say beyond that which I have already told you. Though I know not the reason, I can no longer sense the presence of the Albucan jungle's guardian. Naturally, I am not referring to the Naquals. Traditionally, their role has been to watch the path to the Serpentine Labyrinth. As you know, we have already spoken in detail about them. No, the entity I can no longer sense is the one true guardian of the Albucan jungle. Could you be referring to the Prime Avatar Siren? The one with command over all of nature? You surmise correctly, mortal. All signs of Siren's presence from within the Albucan jungle have vanished without a trace. But how could such a thing happen? Indeed, even I know not the answer to your question. Yet, there is one thing I can say with certainty. Unless you enlist Siren's assistance, it will be a difficult task to accomplish your goal of living in harmony with the forest. Surely you understand that, by itself, humanity's fleeting existence is much too short for such a task. If that is true, then what other path can we take? Please, you must help us, Your Eminence. Where did Siren go? Forgive me, though I have survived the ravages of time. Doing so does not imbue me with the power of omniscience. I have thought about speaking with Lyso and Iki in regards to the matter. I figure that as geomancers, perhaps they might know something. Although, if I'm not careful about what I say, it'll just lead to much needless worry. So, Oko, talking with you has made things clear to me. You say that Siren disappeared in Esha Ruan? And that she did so on her own volition? I see. It seems hard to believe, but I have never known you to lie. Please, Oko, would you mind journeying to Esha Ruan and seeing if anybody there has any information regarding Siren? I suppose that's all we can do for the moment. Once again, you are my only hope. Oh, is that a Star Wars reference? That's cute. Ah, alright, well, there we go. There's a scene setting us on a path heading towards Esha Ruan. But I don't think we actually need to go. I think... What does she say now when we talk to her? So I hear you're going to Esha Ruan. Be careful out there, okay? Esha Ruan? Where's that? Alright, well, this is for a different thing, I think. I think that this is actually this quest going to Esha Ruan to fight Siren. I think that is a different quest that was sort of in our way. I'm not sure if we have to do that one first, but that's basically for the Siren summon, I believe. But we're trying to do the Ygnas directives, and I think that one's interfering. I think that quest might be interfering, so maybe what I'm going to do is just see if the next step works, and if it isn't, then we'll do this Siren thing. But basically what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to be heading to the Mummers Coalition to talk to Masat. Alright, so that didn't work. So I'll head back and talk to Level again. Alright, so here we have another cutscene with Level. Why? If it isn't my good friend Oko, how have you been? Remember a while back when we were talking about a man in black frequenting the Mummers Coalition? If I recall, his name was Theodore. Not too long ago, I heard a bit of a rumor about the two of you. People are wondering whether you really beat him in a game of boom or bust. So, is it true? It's true, I remember that. I knew it! Heh. Although, I have to admit that it doesn't surprise me. I've been a big fan of yours ever since first hearing of your exploits. What's more than a touch odd is that nobody's seen that man around here for a while now. Would you happen to know anything about that? You know what? Forget I mentioned it. Perhaps he managed to shake his gambling addiction. Or maybe there was some other reason. Since you can't find him, I suppose you won't be able to challenge him to another match. Which reminds me, there's been something I've been meaning to ask you. Recently, somebody known as the Viridian Aristocrat has been hanging around the Mummers Coalition. Have you ever heard of him? I thought you, of all people, Oko, would know him, but I guess there are some things that escape even your watchful eye. First a man in black, now a man in green. It's enough to make you wonder which color's next. I'm pretty curious about this guy, since I hear so many people are heading to the Mummers Coalition, just to get a glimpse of him. You know what? As soon as my break starts, I'm going to check out the Mummers Coalition. It's no big deal, really. I'm actually way ahead on my duties. Maybe I'll challenge this guy and see... Maybe I'll challenge this guy if I see him. If I can beat him, people just might start calling me the Golden Pioneer. I can already feel my heart racing. That guy'll never know what hit him. Alright, so that was the cutscene we actually wanted. So there we are. So we just inadvertently took on another quest. The one that's about Siren. I was planning on doing that sometime. Not this episode, but maybe we can do it in this episode. Let me just see if I can find that now. Oh, this must be it. Living in harmony with the forest requires the assistance of the avatar Siren. Head to Escherun. Alright. So maybe we'll do this one later, but right now we're kind of busy with trying to help out Ygnas. Okay, but I'll remember that one. We should have time in this episode, because I think that these Ygnas directives are actually going pretty fast. We're about halfway done now. All the ones we need to do. Let me just think here. What are we doing now? Got distracted. Oh yeah, we're going to the Mummers. Wow, my brain just completely forgot what we were doing. That kind of thing happens in this game. Alright, so now when we come back here, we should get a cutscene when we talk to Masad. We've got everything sorted out here now. There's a little guy. Gosh, I don't remember how to play this game. I think it's just random. It is turn number 3 for Level. Level decides to shoot. It is turn number 3 for Sanji. Sanji decides to shoot. Oh no. I have no choice but to use the switcheroo to exchange my 6 for his roll. Level use the old switcheroo. Level 6 will be exchanged for Sanji's 6. Huh? My 6 was exchanged for another 6. I'm right back where I started. It is turn number 4 for Level. And turn number 4 for Sanji. Come on, I need him to bust. Level's losing to a Leafkin here. Looks like it just wasn't my day. Level lost. Level's record is now 0 wins, 2 losses, and 0 draws. Why are his eyes red? That looks weird. Are those glasses? That's bizarre. Blast! I've still got a chance, though. My reputation's riding on this. It is turn number 1 for Level. And Level decides to shoot. It is turn number 1 for Sanji. Sanji decides to shoot. Level decides to shoot, yeah. It is turn number 2 for Sanji. Sanji decides to shoot. Alright, if I just stay here, no guts, no glory. It is turn number 3. There it is, I did it. Now to win 3 in a row and start building my legacy. It is turn number 4 for Level. Level decides to stay. Sanji shoots. And she uses the old switcheroo. Sanji's 6 will be exchanged for Level's 1, huh? It is turn number 5 for Level. Stay. Level lost. Level's record is now 0 wins, 3 losses. I never expected my legacy to consist of 3 losses in a row. Oh, he's got a book. Hey, that's a copy of Card Jailer Theodore. That's not fair, you can't use that. Although, I see why they call you the Viridian Aristocrat. You're an excellent opponent. Now, if you wouldn't mind, do you think I could borrow that book for a while? I should have known you'd say no. Ah, Oko, listen to this. The Viridian Aristocrat is actually Sanji. What's more, he's a lot tougher than you'd expect from some comedian. He wiped the floor with me. This means that it's all riding on you now. I beg of you, please avenge my loss at Boom or Bust. So, I need a refresher on this, because I don't remember. Permit me to explain the rules of the game to you. Boom or Bust is a dice game in which each player competes to get their dice closer to 11 than the other. Okay, so 11. Either you or your opponent may choose to shoot and roll the dice, stay and do nothing, or pick from 3 tricks up your sleeve. The 3 tricks in your arsenal of deception include Sneak Peek, which allows you to see your opponent's shots using the old switcheroo and trading shots with your opponent, or forcing your opponent to re-roll a shot of his choice with crooked die. These 3 tricks will spin the wheel of fortune in your favor, but it is precisely because of your immense powers that we must limit their use to once per game. Make sure you attempt to turn the tables at the right time, or Lady Luck will be the one cleaning house. Alright, I don't know, we'll try. I don't remember it being so complicated. Alright, you need 3 victories to win, so here we go. And if we lose this, we can just keep trying over and over. So it's not a big deal. So I'll just see if I can, I'll just play around with this and just see if we can do this. Remember, you beat the man in black, so don't waste any time and pound out these 3 victories. It is turn number 1 for Sanji. Sanji decides to shoot. You shot a 4 for a total of 4 on turn 1. Shoot. You shot. It is turn number 2 for Sanji. So what do we got? Wait, you shot a 1? That was a 1? I thought that was more than that. One can never let down their guard. So what am I at now? At 5? Shoot. We're trying to get to 11, right? So we're at 7. I guess I'll go one more time. I'm worried I'm gonna bust. Two, right? Oh. Well, now we're way over. Oh, no, that was 2. Okay, I'll stay at 9, I think. So, what's this? Sanji used crooked die to make you shoot again. You shot your turn number 3. It is 3 is now 4. So we're still good. Okay, so we should be fine at 11, right? We have 11. Oh, what? That sucks. Oh man, this is gonna be long. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Alright, so back here at Runge de Sol. Apparently if we talk to her... we can buy some things. Let's see. What's with the Lucan? Which weapon? Sure, I'm getting a lot of strange information from the different websites. Now yeah, there's some big problems with the Final Fantasy XI Clopedia, it seems. Because now they're telling me that if we're struggling with this game, we can come to Runge de Sol and buy a key item from her for 30,000 bails, which will allow us to automatically win the game, but it's not here. Maybe we use the high purity build. It doesn't say that. I really don't want to read any of this. I just want to get this item. I guess we're just gonna have to play. I don't know, if we can't get the item here, then we just gotta play the game. Okay, I don't even know what she's talking about. I'm not reading any of this. It's just taking too long. Okay, guys, I don't know what is going on with this game. It's just... nothing seems to be working the way it says on the website. But anyway, the website's usually always so reliable, the wiki and the Clopedia. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe you have to lose a certain amount of times, but I just came here again because we've lost 3 games now. And now she has this to say. This wasn't here before. I know it wasn't, because I couldn't go below the Cope's candy. But now she's offering to sell the item I was looking for before. So I don't know why now all of a sudden. I guess, like I said, probably had to lose a couple times. But I'm just going to buy this because I'm just wasting so much time doing this game. I can't believe the luck that Ygnas has. It's ridiculous. I've only seen him... he gets 11 every time. I've only a couple rounds have I seen him not get 11, but he still won. He's good. Anyway, I don't want to waste my time anymore, and I'm happy to pay 30,000 bailed in order to just get this over with. So now we're going to head back to Mummers, and we should be able to win the next one with this key item, I believe. Let's just see. I'm very curious. I'm going to stay, because I think that Ygnas will just bust. No matter what. Oh my gosh, we got 1, you guys. Are we going to win with a 1? We did. We won with a 1. Of course, we cheated, sort of, by using that key item, but I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, that's 30,000 bailed, well spent. We got lots of bailed, and hardly anything left to do with it. Nice work, Oko. I always knew you could do it. Our legacy is only going to grow from here on out. I heard there was somebody here going by the name of the Viridian Aristocrat. He just met with defeat at the hands of the Golden Pioneer and his pal. Leathery Lay! Leathery what? Did you say? Why, you... Oh, would you look at the time? I need to get back to work before my break's over. Rushing back to work even though you have 10 minutes left on your break? How unexpectedly dedicated of you. Well, I like to take my job seriously. Then you won't mind if I cut your break by 10 minutes starting tomorrow. What? Or perhaps you'd prefer it if your break were a bit more permanent. You're gonna fire me? Look at the time. I've only got 9 minutes left on my break. You know what to say about someone who shirks his duties. Yeah! I'm so envious. The Pioneers Coalition is always filled with such hard workers. What are you talking about? The Mummers Coalition is making money hand over fist thanks to the Viridian aristocrat. I've never been one to brag about my own good fortune. Remember how the 12 Orders had the whole spat about pro and anti-pioneering factions? And then there was that mysterious illness plaguing the city. And how the entire city was brought nearly to a standstill because of our internal strife. That's why I'm more than happy to welcome them to enjoy themselves. Besides, the increase in sales will enable me to contribute even more money towards the effort to repair the Rala waterways. That may be so, but then what's the problem? Fine, whatever you say. Although, is the Viridian aristocrat really thinking that far ahead? I'm not sure. Not that I really care, as long as everybody's happy. You never change, do you? And you, Oko. I see you're still poking your nose around wherever it suits you. Although you actually managed to help out this time around, so perhaps I shouldn't begrudge you so much. Hey, don't forget about the Mummers either. Alright, so that's enough of that silly game. Don't have to play that one anymore. Yeah, Ygnas, he sure is a good player, though. He knows what he's doing. Alright, so we're going to head back to Plo now, and that should finish the 4th part of the Ygnas directives. What? Master Ygnas was playing a game at the Mummers Coalition? Now we've got him by the leaf tail. I've heard that the Mummers Coalition is popular with young men courting their female acquaintances. Clearly, he's simply using this game to scout out the location of his next tryst. What? You're saying it's to help lift the spirits of the people in the city? And as sales rise at the Mummers Coalition, it will help generate the revenue needed to repair the Rala waterways? In that case, maybe his motives were a bit more pure. Which means that it looks like Lady Framilla's judgment will be stayed once more. Well, Oko, I'm sure I'll need to call upon you again sometime. Thanks in advance. Crocodile. Cynthia, what is that you're going on about? Hey, Cynthia, wait up! Alright, we finished the 4th Ygnas directives. There we are. And now we get the suit of Delegate's garb. Let's take a look at that hideous thing that we'll never wear. Yeah, it's not that bad, actually. I mean, it's a nice looking jacket, but... Here's it with the cuffs. Yeah, it's just another costume suit that we'll never wear. We got nice clothes like this from different login campaigns and special events. And I think we even got a fancy suit when we finished the Seekers of Adeline expansion itself, didn't we? Yeah, anyway, whatever. I'll just probably end up putting this away with a Porter Moogle for another day. But anyway, we gotta wait for the next game day anyway to talk to Plo again to start the next part. So I'll just meet you guys back here. Yeah. In the next game day. So I hear you're going to Escharuan. You're wondering if Ygnas is still sneaking out? Fremila hasn't mentioned anything to me, but rest assured that you'll be the first to know. Ah, that darn Escharuan thing I think is getting in the way, you guys. Look at that. Alright. You know what? We gotta take care of that one. That's really unfortunate, but let's just... Ah, darn it. Alright. We gotta just... Yeah. Alright, so here we are in Rouen, Escha. And the area, we want to be in this area, so we don't have to go very far, which is good. There, that might be it right there. This question mark spot here, right at the very beginning. Let's click on this. No, that's not it. Too bad. Really. Alright, let's look for another one. Oh no, we're in the wrong spot. We need to be at H10, not H11. So I'll just go a little bit north here. Here, this might be it. There's a gargoyle. Yeah, so that's the spot. It took me a little while to find that. I think that gargoyle will just go away now while we're in a cutscene, I think. Alright, so here we have a Geomancer's handbell laying on the ground here. Where one may falter, two can succeed. Siren, Siren Prime, may my words ring clear and true. I pledge myself to ending this threat. I am a being of the future and do not belong in this world. Nor does the ambassador. May your forces intertwine and banish the two of us who are not supposed to be here. Two? Nay, there are three. Huh? When this communion has been undertaken, the fate of this age will lie in the hands of those who call it home. Phoenix, when I am gone, scatter my essence to the skies, that I might soar with you. A communion is a pact with nature, a declaration of how one feels things ought to be. Open your heart and let your emotions ride free. As if your life depends on it. Obey the order of nature and cast away the chaos. Those who have entrusted themselves to death shall find their release. Those who have descended from the future, begone! Master, our time is at an end. Ugh, why? Why must you try and stop me? Lady Aroha, you throw your life away without purpose. It is a gift to be cherished, not squandered. Sir Tenzin, Master, I am not the one who fails to comprehend the meaning of my life. None of you could possibly grasp the horror of the future I have seen, the future I have lived. I refuse to be riddled with guilt, knowing that I could have done more to stop the evil from coming to pass. If I must be sacrificed, that the world may be cleansed, then that is my sacred duty. Lady Aroha, none know your struggle more than I. I, too, have pledged myself to give up my life when the time comes, but I do so only to protect my master. What of Sir Oko, if you truly call him master? Then throwing away your life here would be akin to stomping over the bonds you two share. I cannot fathom an end more revolting. Aroha, perhaps she is correct. You are here in the year 884, and have already formed strong bonds with those around you. If any can overcome the natural order, it is Altana herself, and she has infused you with a bit of her grace. Oko, Tenzin, Kagero. We have done all we can, the rest is up to you. Our ethereal chains may yet contain him, but the binds are about to snap. Act quickly. And we get the inert geomancy bell, key item. Now we're going to go back and talk to Plo. I guess I can just warp there, it'll be faster. Welcome back. Lady Arciella is anxiously awaiting your return. It's good to see you've returned safely, Oko. So, how did it go? So we show Arciella the bell. You found that in the location where Siren disappeared? Maybe we should show this bell to Sajaka. Yes, you may be right, Ygnas. Now then, let us return to Sajaka. Oko, will you please accompany us? Alright, so we're gonna meet up with her at the Khmer Drifts. Alright, so here we are at the Khmer Drifts in the northern part. Around these nasty things. Wow, Naring Zetarg. Isn't that cool? Well, I don't think we fought one of those before. I guess it's just been a long time. We've obviously passed them before, though, because we've been to Sajaka. But basically up in this area is where I think we're going to find him hanging out. We want to click on this Alpine Trail here, and we're in this section way up here at the very top. Oh, wise Sajaka, We have something to show you regarding Siren's disappearance. Oko, if you would, please show His Eminence the item you found in Esha, Ruan. You show Sajaka the inert geomancy bell. Esha Ruan, I have not heard of such a place. Let me see. Yes. I can sense Siren's presence emanating from this bell. However, she seems to have lost her power and is immersed in a deep slumber. A deep slumber? So if she were to regain her power, she would wake up eventually? Do not be so hasty, Princess. Even with my great wisdom, I am uncertain how to go about such a matter. However, it is clear that we must focus on how to restore her power before we can proceed any further. Yes, I suppose you are right. Although, how can we do that, I wonder? What will we ask about? The live stream, sweets, Arciella's skirt? Yeah, I don't think it matters which one we say. I don't remember anyone saying anything about the live stream. So I don't know why that came up as an option. Sweets? None of these things came up. I'm confused. I don't know. Live stream? This is weird. The live stream, in other words, you're saying that if we can borrow the power of Irgon Loci, we might be able to use it to restore Siren's power. And if Siren regains her power and is able to wake up... I forgot something important. If Siren wakes up, do you think she'll even listen to what we have to say? I mean, she is a powerful being who is able to control all of nature. The communion. The communion? That reminds me of something Lyso once said. Long ago, distinguished geomancers used the communion to speak with nature and prime avatars. If so, we could ask either Lyso or Iki for help. The communion? A communion is a pact with nature. What's that, Ygnas? A communion is a pact with nature? Yes, I heard that from a descendant of a certain geomancer family. It represents your will of how things should be, not how they are. Your will of how things should be. In that case, does that mean that I can use the live stream as well? Arciella, do you remember when you were anointed as the leader of the Order of Adolin? You made a declaration in front of the leaders of the various orders assembled before you. Just like then, why don't you simply tell the Prime Avatar what you are thinking and what you hope to accomplish? So I should simply tell her what I said back then. I think I can do that. Although, if there is even a tiny bit of reluctance on your part, it will undoubtedly show through as well. In other words, you're saying I need to be strong and have conviction. A communion with the live stream. Yes, that may be worth attempting. Beyond that, I suppose the rest is up to you. Yes, we are at a loss for any other possible avenues of pursuit. It's our only choice. Now then, I shall go to the Irgon Locus locations around Adolin and gather the power of the life stream. I'm counting on your assistance, Darcelin. You can count on me. Oko, go to the land with which you have a strong connection and help gather the power we need. Arciella, you will need to prepare yourself to carry out the communion. Yes, Ygnas. All that remains is the location. It must be a reference to a land where the link to the world tree is strong. Lafalia, that must be the place. Okay, let's meet up at Lafalia once we've made the necessary preparations. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. Thank you, Your Eminence. I believe you to be capable of success in this endeavor. You shall forge a new path forward for Albuka. Okay, Ygnas, Oko. Good luck to you both. So we need to go to a place where we can get a fistful of familiar soil. And let's see here. We'll use our Hola ring and get the soil there. Alright, well, it's raining here on the Lethine Plateau, but here's the Cragahola. Yeah, we want to find the telepoint. Okay, well, here's the telepoint, I believe, yeah. So here we are, Urgan Locust, right down underneath the stairs that lead up to it. How you would ever find this, I don't know, but this is where we're going to get some soil. Let's click here. A strange force fills our soul. You begin to glow with an inner warmth. Alright, we got a fistful of familiar soil. So we'll meet up with Arciela and Ygnas at Lafalia. There's Darcelin. Okay, it looks like we're all here. The moment of truth awaits. However, before that, Darcelin, please wait here until we return. We do not know what dangers lie in store. Therefore, if anything were to happen to us, I want you to report back to Moramar. I know that he will be capable of maintaining peace between the various orders and Ingrid. Even if I said that I was going with you, I doubt you would listen. By your word. However, you must promise me that you will return safely. Thank you, Darcelin. Well, she didn't promise. She didn't say it. Okay, Ygnas, Oko, let's get going. That looks like a light route from The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I must pledge my thoughts as well as my resolve. My name is Arciella V. Adeline. O Siren, prime avatar who controls all of nature, I beseech you. I need your strength so that the people of Adeline may live in harmony with the forests of Albuka. Ha. The wind. Huh? Become one with the wind so that you may usher in a new age. Arciella! O Siren, prime avatar who controls all of nature, I beseech you. Our aim is to respect the cyclical nature of the land, live in harmony with the powers guiding it, and lead the forest to the same prosperity we desire to achieve. Just as people have our own hopes and fears, so too does the forest. We must respect and revere each other in order to create a new future together. I shall become a new wind of change that leads the way forward. Siren, I ask that you accompany me on my journey. You who have awakened me from my slumber, I shall offer my support to your communion. You are most impressive. Indeed, this age belongs to you. You met on his land. I should have expired after using all of my power. You imbued me with power, while the woman's communion gave my existence meaning. Therefore, I suppose it is reasonable to agree to your request. Very well. I promise to give my blessing to every living thing in this land of Albuka. However, there is something I must confirm first. I am curious how much of my power has returned. Let us see, shall we? Together, along with the winds of this new era that has been ushered in. Alright, so we get the Geomancy Bell, and oh, we lost those items. Yeah, we lost the items. But now we can fight Siren. Let me just check here. Yes, let me just make sure that we got everything on here that we want. Click on here again. So I guess we'll have to get those key items back again if we want to do this battle a second time, but hopefully we can do it on the first try. We'll see. Only party members present with you in this area will be transported to your Shaweld. It's just us. Alright, so we have half an hour for this battle. We fought Siren before. I looked over some brief notes on this fight. So the biggest thing we have to worry about is this is another nasty monster with a charm attack. So I don't like that. I'm not going to take any chances with charm. So at least for our first attempt, what we're going to do is I'm going to engage in battle, and I'm going to let the trusts take care of it. Just like way back when we were doing the Crystalline Prophecy. Remember that one? When we fought the Crystal? We've done this a few times with charm monsters. Monsters that like to charm. So we'll try this for half an hour. Let's just see how the trusts do. Well, they don't seem to be doing very good, do they? Maybe we'll be alright as long as her attention is not on us. I don't know. Yeah, the charm ability she has is called Entice, and it's a single target. It's not area of effect or conal or anything like that, so that's good. So I think we'll be alright as long as she doesn't target us. But I might want to just be ready to flee in case I do see Entice coming up on the board down there. But yeah, they're gonna need our help here for this. This is gonna be a long, hard battle, I think. I'm just gonna have probably a lot of hit points. But we'll see. Whatever. Yeah, if we do want to do this battle again, we'll just have to go get more soil from the Cragahola. So it's not that big of a deal. But let's just see how we do. Alright, so did we get her? I think we got her. Yeah, we did lose Shantoto, but we seem to have enough power to keep going. I just stayed behind her, and I did see her use that Entice a few times, but she was focused on Volanerol, and yeah, it looks like it worked out alright for us. Impressive. The winds of change within you. I have seen them for myself. In addition, I have confirmed just how much of my power has returned. It is all thanks to you I must convey to you my eternal gratitude. Tell me, what is it that you desire? So there's a scythe, a ring, elemental siphon. I wonder what that is. Bailed, of course, or a pact. I want to form a pact with Siren. Is that what you truly desire? Yes. I have heard your request, and it shall be so. And now, an irrevocable bond has been formed between us. One day, I will ask to reconfirm the bond between us. Simply bring me a fistful of familiar soil in order to do so. Yeah, so we can redo that battle, I guess, to get those other items if we really want to, but I just basically wanted to add the Siren to our summon list. Oko? What happened? Ygnas. Yes, I remember engaging in the communion with Siren. And then? That's a relief. I'm happy to hear that everything went well. Although, that person that assisted me... No, never mind. I understand. There is no need for me to search. I'll be just fine. I can proceed forward without hesitation. I know. I know that I have the people of Adolin behind me, as well as the wisdom of the forest of Albuka. Not to mention Siren herself. Thank you for all of your help, Oko. Once again, your assistance proved invaluable. I was fortunate that you were here for me. I know that a new wind will blow through the forests of Albuka now. A wind ushered in by the people that lasts eternal. Alright, and we can now summon Siren. Let's look at our summon list, and that should be just about almost all the summons except for those water ones. Yeah, well, the spirit ones. But there's Siren there at the very bottom. Yep, Carbuncle, Kate Sith, Ice Spirit, Earth Spirit, Odin, Alexander, Atmos, Diablo, Shiva, Ifrit, Garuda, Titan, Ramu, Leviathan, Fenrir, and Siren. And that's, I think, all of them, guys. I think that's every single, main summon that's worth anything, at least as far as I know. Ice Spirit. There might be a few more of these spirit ones, but those are just random. We get those from drops and things. They're nothing special. So, we'll see. Maybe we'll bring Siren into the party sometime. I wonder if we can go by here. No, we can't. That's why I've never been down there before. Because you can't walk that way. Alright, so now that just takes care of that quest. So now that should be out of our way. So now we can continue on with the Ygnas directives. So I've forgotten where we were now, though. Let me just check my notes. Oh, by the way, that elemental siphon, I'll look that up really quickly in case you were interested in that. Elemental siphon. It drains magic points from your summoned spirit. Not sure why you would ever want to do that, but there you go. You can do that with that sash if you want to do it. Now, where were we here? So now we want to just go back and talk to Plo. Yeah, back at Adolin. So that... Now we should be getting a different cutscene, I think. Is that where we left off? I think so, yeah. Yeah, that's right. So I'll meet you guys back at Adolin. A pleasure as always, Oko. If you're looking for Framila, she...
won't be so lucky this time. I'll show you what crooked dice can do.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Why, Oko, you're just the man I was looking for. I assume you know what I need.
You're impossible.
I'm talking about Princess Arciela, you big oaf. Ygnas. I had a brief chat with Melvian's successor, who is adamant that we cannot allocate any more funds to the ongoing repairs in Rala waterways without cutting something elsewhere. Ygnas, are you listening? Princess, you do realize that that's Jiosuke, right?
What?
Wrong Leafkin. You don't even know your own brother, Arciela. Oh boy. That's okay. That would have fooled me too. Uh-oh, she's pissed again. The whole earth shakes when she's mad. That's funny.
Ygnas, why you?
Yeah, I'd be running out of there too, I think. Jiosuke, please forgive me. I'm not upset with you. It's just that my brother... Ah! How can we secure funds for Rala Waterways without Ygnas' approval? Princess, I thought I saw Ygnas running around here, but why are there two of them? Maybe I'm just imagining things, given how I've been working myself to the bone these past few weeks. Fremila, one of them is Jiosuke. Who's a what's it? Princess? Now do you get it? Ygnas flits out of the castle like a bird out of a nest without any care for what happens in his absence. So this time, Oko, I expect results. Get out there, track down Ygnas, and report back to me immediately! She's so bossy. Alright, so number 5 is available now. Now that we got that siren business out of the way. Ugh. Didn't expect to do that in this episode, but once again, that's a very Final Fantasy XI kind of thing to happen. You think you're done, and then there's something else you have to do first, right? It's just always how it happens in this game, it seems. Okay, so there we go. So let's continue to look for Ygnas. Now where we're going to be heading is... It looks like we're going to be heading towards the Inventors Coalition. And we're going to click on Amchuchu's laboratory door. So I'll meet you guys there. Ah, Logan. The pick you requested is ready, and I must say a sturdier instrument you will never find. Excellent. The Coalition was short of precious metals, but no more. Of course, I needn't tell you that the other project the Coalition is involved in, living together with nature, is starting to really take hold. The uncouth in the city, who would constantly torment the Leafkin, have started to come to their senses. How lovely. I'm sure Borgest is pleased to see his efforts come to fruition. Why, Oko, working hard or hardly working? If you're looking for a Junior Woonier, he stepped out for a break not 10 minutes ago. And that incidentaroo with Sid has been completely cleared up, so Midris is able to work without fear of retribution. Our research into vegetable cultivation continued unhindered, and the only thing left is to make them more appetizing. And whenever that kid gets an idea into his head, well, there's no stopping him. You're looking for Ygnas? You just missed him. He had been looking for Junior, too. If I don't miss my guess, if you find one, you'll find the other whether. Thanks. Amchuchu, so that's a female, right? That should be a girl, right? I get so confused. Yeah, I believe so. Alright. So, what do we learn from that? Let me just see here. Alright, we're gonna head to the waterfront. There it is. On the dock. Yes, it's a nice view from here, isn't it? We got a good look at the city. We got this castle in the distance there. Eastern and Western Adelan. Pretty awesome. Let's click here. Oh, hey, it's Mid. It's a Mid. Oh, hey, it's a MID. The kid's got some talent, I'll give him that. I told you that Junior had it in him. He's figured out a way to handle the crystal airship dichotomy. This should make transportation between Adelan and the Middle Lands even easier. And opening up more trade routes would only be beneficial for all of us. I think we all owe Midras a debt of gratitude. Ygnas. How do we address him? Midras. Ah. Oh, phew, it's just you, Oko. Next time, don't sneak up on me like that. Although I guess it's not your fault. I tend to lose myself when I'm thinking hard. What? I remember now. Oko, I've got some stuff to take care of. Whatever you need from me, it'll have to wait. I can't shirk my duties any longer. Until next time. He's gone! Alright, so now we have to go into the wild, and we have to head to the Yorsha Weld. So we'll head to the frontier station there. Alright, so I think this might be it here. Let's take a look here. Is this... There's the Ergon Locust. That's good. And there should be a question mark spot around here as well, I think. Or maybe we do click this. Let me just check. No, it is a question... Oh, they're there. Yeah, I knew it. They did something similar in another zone. Alright, here we go. Click in the Yorsha Weld by the Ergon Locust. We click on this spot here at I-8. So hey there. Ugh. I don't care how many times I see one of these things. They still creep me out. I remember the last time I was here. I was too scared to press forward. But this time's different. This time I won't turn away. You've probably got better things to do, but indulge me this once. You see this locket? It was my father's. So you stand there, and I'll place it between us. Prepare the powder keg. And it'll explode 11 seconds after I flip the switch. That's your signal. Whoever reaches the locket first is the winner. What say you? Okay, just stay calm. Here we go. Ready? Midge flips the switch to start the countdown. I'm not sure when we do this. Damn, I was a bit too slow. Let's try this again. So I guess we just keep doing this. I don't know how this works really, but I'm just gonna wait for the explosion and just try and do it right before that, but I think I got it there. On my second attempt, I think. That's pretty good, huh? Got it. Yikes. That's what I get for focusing too much on the locket. Well, that's your Shaweld for you. Thank goodness for Ygnas, or else I might have been Hume Tartar. You've bested me, I can admit it. But I can hold my head high because I didn't back down and accomplish what I came here to do. But one day, I swear, I'll get it back. You'll let me do that much, right? And now I'm absolutely filthy. This is just great. Hang on, I remember what I was trying to study, the cleansing properties of the Ergon Loci. Perhaps we can use them to improve the flavor of the Arboretum's vegetables. I gotta go back and share this with Amchuchu. What an odd helmet. It talks. I feel it would behoove us to take possession of such an odd contraption. What is? Ah! I thought the Leafkin were creepy, but those things? Sometimes I wonder if this continent is too much for me. Yeah, we have one of those helmets too. I can't remember where we got it. That might have been during the story missions or something. I'm sure of it. Let me just see here. Yeah, here it is. Midris's helm +1. Synthesis skill gain rate +5%. And maybe it lets us talk to Leafkin. I don't know. Alright, so I guess that's it. We got away with that one pretty easily. We did well. So I'll meet you guys back at Adelan Castle, where we'll talk to Plo. Oh, by the way, I can show you this, actually. The jacket we're wearing. Yeah, look, it has the ability once every 20 hours. Because my warp ring takes me back to Sandoria, but this jacket will take us right back to where we want to go to finish off the quest. And you can use it as many times as we want, just every 20 hours. Speak with Plo Trishbach at Adelan Castle front gate and report what you have learned about Ygnas. Oh, it's strange that it says that. Wow. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing, but it's interesting that it says that. It actually tells us what to do for some reason. That's weird. Ygnas was playing footsie with Midris in Yorsha Weld? Why on Vanadil would he go all the way out there? Wait, I get it. Last time we caught him playing boom or bust, so this time he wanted to go far, far away from the watchful gaze of the lovely Fremila. Oh-ho. But he has underestimated me. My web of informants spreads far and wide. He wanted to remove the fetters that shackled Midris's spirits. Well, if it helps the tomatoes taste better, I guess you're right, Cynthia, and I suppose the pursuit of knowledge is a worthy goal. But I still think we should keep a watchful eye on him. And so, Oko, you know what you must do. Go after the little troublemaker and figure out what his next plan is. Alright, there we are. We got some high purity bale. Wow, 20 pinches. That's a lot. And we finished number 5, and there is another one available right away, so that's awesome. Yeah, we have a lot of high purity bales, well over 100, but and we've had it for a long time. You can get it in a lot of different ways by doing the raves, and you can get it from Ambuscade. I think that's where I got a lot of mine. So now that we're doing the Ygnas Directive number 6, we want to stay here in Eastern Adelan, and we're going to look for someone named Zafeld. I can't remember who that is. Zafeld, where are you, my friend? Right over here. Alright, let's talk to Zafeld. Hey there, Oko. Against all odds, Nashu has graduated from his training and become a full-fledged exorcist. It's a good thing, too, because I wouldn't want to be in the way if he was turned down. Oko, over here. How long has it been? Days, months, years? I lost track. Really? That long? Well, all that matters to me is that you're healthy and happy. Being an exorcist is hard work, and wait, why did I come here again? Knowing you, probably to shirk your training. Why, not in the slightest. I am scheduled to undergo some practical training before my upcoming pilgrimage. At least you have a rational explanation this time. Best of luck. And so, Oko, it's off to Yorsha Weld with me. I know that we've got so much to catch up on, but I really must be off. But I promise, we'll have a nice long chat after I become High Exorcist. See you around. So I get the impression we might be following him. Alright, let me see here. What are we doing? Yeah, we're going to Yorsha Weld, alright. So I'll meet you guys back there. It's going to be close to the frontier station, not too far. Alright, that's what we're looking for. The occultist footprints. This is not too far, just a little bit north from the frontier station. Not too hard to get to. Click on here for a cutscene. The exorcists usually gather here around this time, and I thought maybe I could see the coven first, but maybe they returned to the west. Nashu. Sora? Ah, talking bat. What kind of dullard exorcist wexorcist has never heard of a familiar before? Looks like we got him. What? A joke? The look on your face is absolutely priceless. I'll admit, you got me good. Just let me catch my breath. But hold on. I came to this place to deliver a message. Remember this exquisite piece of jewelry you offered to me? I wanted to offer my thanks. I owe the three of you so much. Nashu, I know not whether it suits your fancy, but it means so much that you've taken such good care of it. So if anybody should be thankful, it's... Look out! Gah! Eek! Sora? Sora? Found you, fleshy one. I not forget how you embarrassed Velk. Maligny. Oh, what do I do now? Without the Blackthorn Coven, I've no hope of besting him. Think, Nashu, think. Grah, what little leafy thing is this? I no have time for this. Kill them all. Okay, let's do it. Whoa, good move, Ygnas. I'm not gonna back down now. Good shot. I think we did it. Oko, it's you. Maligny came here to seek revenge for his defeat in the caverns. But this little leafkin here, she came to my aid. But the Coven's familiars, I'm afraid they weren't so lucky. Beat me once, shame on me. Beat me twice, shame on you. How can he still be alive? No. Maligny make big mistake. You only fodder for Adelan cannons and been big thorn in hide. Is that Gramp Droog? And the other Velk. It's a veritable who's who of Crocdom. Things have just gone from bad to worse. Well, well, look who here. Maligny do very well. It now time for Welk to claim what is ours. I send you to hell, that claimed Founder King. Alright, so we'll bring our trusts in as soon as we can, of course. Yeah, so we got Nashu and Ygnas helping us out here, but they can kind of take care of themselves. If one of them dies, it is game over, but it should be alright. Okay, we'll just eat some food. So the first one we want to go after is the one that causes trouble. Let's see, where is it? This one. Let's go this one first. Yeah, because this one can cause some magic spells that'll cause trouble. So we'll take this one out first. Let's see how this goes. Lilj Vox Waxwane. Alright, we lost someone. We lost Shantoto, I think. Or no, we lost Valanerol. That's bad. Oh well. Yeah, I think we're not going to make this first one. And we also lost a Pururu, which is pretty devastating. But that's okay. Whatever. We're just... First time here. Maybe we shouldn't have gone after Waxwane first. I don't know. Or maybe we, didn't use the right trusts. But I don't know. We'll see. Can't really move, but I kind of want to go after maybe the big guy next. Alright, we'll have to try this again, because now it's just me and Zaid. There's no way it's going to work. And the other guys are dead too. Wow. Alright, so for this one, we're killing the big guy first. Alright, so there we are. He's done. So, hopefully that helps things out. Now, I want to go for one of these guys that's going to do magic. Nasty magic spells. I think it's this one. Vike. Yeah, so this is a good one. Yeah, we want to do this one next. Because this is the guy that can cast, like, Meteor and stuff like that. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. We got the big guy gone. Now this guy's more than half gone. Okay, we're doing good. Much better than last time. We haven't lost any trusts. We're doing good. We're doing good. All right, he's done. Oh, we lost someone. Darn it! Who do we lose? Valanerol. Ah, darn it. Well, that's too bad. Well, maybe we can still do this without him. Let's not lose hope. We still have a Pururu, so I'm feeling confident. Wow. Wow. Come on, guys. We still got Exenmile and Zaid helping us. We still got Area of Effect, Black Magic with Shantoto. Alright, good. Another one gone. So, now what are we on? And I want this to just keep getting easier as we get rid of these guys. And at least all the Velka are sort of fixated on us, which is good. Because we don't want them going after our wizards, our mages, so, yeah. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. Pururu, keep us healed, please. What do we got? What do we got? Sentinel's good when everyone's on us. Yes, Warcry, good. Berserk. Good. So there we go. Another one done. Now this one. This one has a different shape to it. Oh my god, we lost someone. Did we? No, we didn't. Yeah, he just healed. Who healed him? Darn it. Somehow one of them healed. Alright, still feeling a little nervous about all this, but I think we're okay. I just want this guy dead. If we have one left, I'll be happy. I can't believe there's still two of them and I'm still feel nervous. I mean, Our hit points have been really fluctuating, going down a lot, but I think we're okay. Here we are, last one. This is the one also controlling this nasty dragon that looks like it's going after our healer. Yikes! What was that? Don't do that. I'm gonna go invincible just for the hell of it. I mean, just whatever we gotta do. Let's just get this done. Oh no! We lost Shantoto. Oh my god. I'm so nervous right now. Alright, we lost Shantoto. Yikes. It's amazing we lost Shantoto this far in. She's usually the first to go. I'll try and give my friend Zaid a little boost here. No. My magic spells don't work very often. Oh, I'm nervous. I want this done. Come on, guys. Come on, come on. Come on, Zaid. I know you can do it. X mile, buddy. Death spin. That didn't seem to do too much, thank God. Alright, here we go. We're almost done. I don't think we have to do this dragon. We did it. Oh, thank gosh. There we are. That was a tough battle. That was hard. Defeated. Our ancestors not be happy. Oko, is it really over? What trickery went down here? Sora, look over there. Nashu, I'm so glad you're safe. Thank you, Sora. When you set out to prove yourself, there's nothing you can't do. I'm so proud. Pray tell, Nashu, what happened? Well, first, Maligny Vorgut appeared from the shadows to assault us. Then, although we succeeded in pushing him back, he used some form of teleportation magic to take us here. Right into the clutches of Gramp Droog and his cronies. That explains why you failed to show at the Council's dispatch. But I must confess that what was supposed to be a mere training exercise turned into something much more. Your bravery is to be commended. Thank you for your kind words, but I owe my success to Oko and this Leafkin here. Well, this is a surprise. Aww. I wonder what your sister Wister would say if she knew you were here. Leafkin have sisters? Well, maybe I shouldn't be so surprised, but... Nashu, don't tell me you stood at his side without noticing that. Well, it matters little to me, but don't you think that seeing through illusions is part of your training? Illusions? Well, who is this Leafkin? Tell me. Nope. He has no idea it's Ygnas. Oh, Nashu. Well, Nashu, now that we've met face to face, I think it's time for us to depart. And we shall take our leave as well. Nashu, tomorrow we are to make a pilgrimage to one of the exorcist's most holy sites. The journey will be fraught with peril, so I advise that you return home for a day's respite. Understood. Sora, Zunmimi, Melisandre, and Oko. The next time we meet, I will have claimed the title of High Exorcist and led Adolin into a new era of prosperity. Nashu, I laud you for your ambition, but some dreams are best left as dreams. Becoming the High Exorcist isn't a goal you just announce to a cadre of outsiders. But your future remains bright as the noon sun, and I know you will serve the city well. Nashu, we'll be waiting for you to succeed. Well, will at least Daru be waiting. I won't let you down. Melisandre, let him go this instant. But he's so cute! Sometimes I wonder if you're as dense as Nashu. Until next time, High Exorcist. Blackthorn Coven. I'll never forget you. Alright, there we are. That was a very, very difficult battle. One of the toughest battles we've probably ever had to do in the Seekers of Adolin expansion, and probably in any of the expansions. It's probably very, very difficult. We did it. It just helped going after the big guy first and getting him out of the way, and our trust just held out, and we tried to pick him off one at a time, and it sort of seemed to get a little easier each time, but then we still lost trusts. Oof, even at like 1 or 2 left. That was kind of scary, but we did it. So now that we're done that, all we have to do is head back now and talk to Plo at Eastern Adolin. So I'll meet you guys there. Huh? I think you're going to have to start again from the beginning. You and Ygnas traipsed around in the jungle and vanquished the Velk King? And the exorcists helped too. And the Blackthorn Coven. My, the two of you were quite busy. Witches? You worked with witches. Hang on, Cynthia. Why do you know all this? Because unlike you, I was paying attention. To whom? Oko never said anything about witches. To Ygnas. Wait, let me get this straight. Am I the only one in the entire castle who hasn't heard this story? I must be going crazy! Voices! I hear voices! Don't worry about her. She gets like this sometimes. I'll calm her down. Have a good rest of your day, Oko. And we finish the Ygnas Directive 6, and we get some more sparks and limit points, and 30 more pinches of baled. Wow. So we got 50 pinches of high purity baled in total from doing these. It's amazing. Now, a conversation with Plo Trishbach, here, our good old friend. Oko, may I have a moment of your time? Lord Ygnas requested that I give this to you. With this insignia, the Order of Gorni will offer you some services not available to the ordinary public. Looks a bit like a leafkin, doesn't it? Here you go. And we get the Ygnas' insignia. So she mentioned a leafkin, so she's obviously talking about our friends over here, the Wildskeeper Rave people. Actually, we came... Yeah, they also sold us that item so we could win that game. Let's talk to her now. Runge Desali, Runge Desali. Ah, young man, how's it going? You's got an Ygnas' insignia, do ya? Hang on a sec, Buster. You're the guy who had the piece of Cope's candy from before. Guy's got eyes for clever things, you see. That little thing you brought me just now, only Josuke and his friends can give them out to those they trust. It's kinda a badge of pride, see? And because you've got one, Eyes can offer ya special services. I know. You want to know more, so I'll tell ya. I can improve special treasures from each of the 12 orders. Bet I got your interest, didn't I? And I've also got special deals for Hume Maze, just like you. Only 100 pinches of high purity baled. Just trade me your treasure along with 100 pinches of high purity baled. Let me know if you want to see what it's like once it's done with it. I's done with it. So we can do that. So we already got, so we got the 30 pinches. Where is it? Here. 30. So we need another 70. Should have lots of that in here. Our treasure. This is our, yeah, here. This is our treasure folder. 70 of that. Alright. And we're not wearing the Volcane ring right now, I don't think, because we just warped. Yeah, so. Trade. Our Adolin ring. We chose the Volcane ring many episodes ago, and I've been very happy with that one. It's offered us a lot of protection. And then all this baled. High purity baled. Oh-ho! Brought it, did ya? Josuke, come here and do your thing. My turn now. Perfect. A good first try, I've got to say. I mean, of course everything went well. Ah, and maybe I forgot. Absolutely no returns or refunds. Good job, Josuke. I figured I could train you good. Work? And we get the Volcane ring +1. There we are. We got the best Adolin ring now, I think, in the game. I'm very happy there. We added a little bonus to everything. It bumped everything up a few points. Or I think here it went from 5 to 6 for the potency of cure effect. And I think damage taken went up from like 6 to 8. And reduced distance knockback, I guess, went up 1. But there we go. That's the ring I wanted. So there we are. I'm very happy with that. And that also indicates that we've pretty much completed everything now from the Seekers of Adolin. Almost. There's still at least one more thing we can do. Well, yeah. There's more than one thing, but yeah. We can come over here and talk to Plo again to get another cutscene, I think. You're wondering if Ygnas is still sneaking out? With how Framila's been in a tizzy the past few days, I wager it'll be a while before she calls on you again. So I might have to wait for the next game day. Hold on a sec. I'm sorry for all the trouble the other day. Although, worry not, my friend, as you can see, Framilla is back to her usual calm, cool, and collected self. Now then, I'd like for us to review Ygnas' conduct once again before the wise and honorable Framilla makes her verdict. Let's go over what's transpired so far, shall we? First of all, when Ygnas went to Rala Waterways, who was it he wanted to see? It was Shalvava. Okay, tell me, what was the reason for his visit? He collected the box of tomatoes, I remember that. So he visited Shalvava to collect some boxes of Adelinian tomatoes. Yes, Cynthia said the same thing. Lucky guess. I'm sure he apparently absconded with the boxes of Adelinian tomatoes for some reason. Although afterwards, they were never delivered to the castle's kitchen like they were supposed to be. Then, upon chasing after him, there was a comedy show being held in Western Adeline. What was the name of that comedic duo again? Yeah, it's tartar sauce. I see. And what were the boxes of Adelinian tomatoes to be used for again? To be eaten? Gift for the audience. That's what it was. They gave them away. It was a very graceful gesture. So basically they were to be given as a present to the fans attending the comedy show by Taru Taru Sauce. In the end, it was all an attempt to increase the popularity of boxes of Adelinian tomatoes with the people of Adeline. Now, let's go over the development of the new board game by the Scouts Coalition. What was the theme of it again? The Great Expedition. Okay, and what was the purpose of developing the board game? To educate the townsfolk to get close to the cafe and play. It was to educate, I think, the original purpose. So the thinking was that the game based on the Great Expedition would help educate the people of Adeline. The Great Expedition? That was the theme of their previous game. Hey, I know that. Come on now, Oko. You need to take this more seriously. Now, let's go over the development of the new board game by the Scouts Coalition. What was the theme of it again? I guess I got the wrong answer. What was the theme of it again? It was the Great Expedition. The purpose of the board game. I'll try this one. No, I guess that was the wrong answer. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's the first. I get it. That was the first game. We're looking for the second one. Yeah, the second game was this one, Living in Harmony with the Forest. Now I understand the questioning. I misunderstood. And it was to educate the townsfolk. So we got that part right. So the thinking was that the game based on living in harmony with the forest would help educate the people of Adeline. Apparently, the whole thing came about due to a suggestion he made to the Scouts Coalition. Now I'd like to talk about the man who was popular with those game fanatics throughout the Mummers Coalition. What did they call him again? The Viridian Aristocrat. I see, and why was he playing the game again? To lift people's spirits, to collect Mummers medals, to scout the location of his next date? Uh-oh. To lift people's spirits, let's say. Can't remember why he was doing it. So essentially, he tried so hard to cheer up the people that he came to be referred to among them as the Viridian Aristocrat. It resulted in increased sales at the Mummers Coalition, which helped generate more revenue for repairing the Rala waterways. Moving along, let's talk about the time Ygnas went searching for somebody at the Inventors Coalition. Who was he looking for again? He was looking for... At the Inventors Coalition, I think we were looking... Well, it's either it was Amchuchu's laboratory, but I think we're looking for Midras. I'm going to say Midras. To remove the shackled... To remove a shackled spirit, to learn the recipe for an explosion. That's what it was, I think. No, this might be wrong. You're trying to say that he went looking for Midras to ask for a recipe? On an explosion? Midras, he's an expert with explosives, but I don't think that was Ignas's reason. Let's just say Anchuchu. In the shackles... explosion? And why was he searching for them? Amchuchu was already at the Inventors Coalition. There was no need to look for her. Okay. I looked up, we're kind of confused here. So it was Midras, and it was to remove the shackles of the spirit. Got that on the third try. So he was searching for Midras in order to remove the fetters that shackled their heart. And by removing those shackles, he thought it would help further the research into boosting the yield of the vegetable harvest. Now then, tell me about the time the newly appointed exorcist Nashu was in trouble at your Shaweld. What kind of trouble happened to him again? He was attacked by the Velk. Yes, tell me, Oko, who was it that saved you and Nashu? It was Ygnas. So you worked together with Ygnas to fend off the attack from the Velk. The Velk's king's attempt at revenge ended in failure, and Nashu successfully passed his training exam with flying colors. That concludes my investigation. Now it's time for the wise and honorable Framilla to render her verdict. Ignas's actions are hereby found to be completely justified. Of course, that only goes for his actions covered by the scope of this investigation. But this is not what Princess Arciella is expecting to hear. I feel so sorry for her. Oko, don't you think so too? However, there's no need to worry. I had a feeling something like this might happen, so I've already prepared my next move. I call it operation, give sweets to Arciella to make her feel better. Alright then, Oko. I need you to get 1 chocolate crepe and 1 pot of white honey for me. That will be sure to have the princess singing with glee. Report back to Plotrishbach when you're finished. Okay, thanks again for your help on this. Alright, so these items, there's recipes for these that you can do if you have high enough cooking, I think it is. Gotta make sure we turn on this. So here we are, the Arciella directive. It's the very last one we need to do. Arciella needs a bit of a pick-me-up as she is starting to feel flustered by how busy she is these days. Some sweets would surely do the trick. Plo Trishbach. Mia. Chills. So first thing I'm going to do is head to the auction house to see if there's any of those items up for auction. And there's different ways you can get these items, but I think always check the auction house first. I think that's the cheapest way to do it. Bid. Food. Meals. Sweets. So she wanted white honey and chocolate crepe. So none there. And at the end, white honey. It's not even here. White honey. Surprised by that. Hold on, I'll look up white honey. It might be just a regular item. It's under food ingredients. White honey. White honey. Oh, there is some here. Oh, but it's... Oh, yeah, single one's good. How much? 3,000. How cheap can you be? Wow. Let's see. Even if we have to pay 4,000, that's still cheap. Alright, so there we are. For 3,000, we got white honey. So, there's other ways to get these items now. The chocolate crepe is what we need. So, let's just head back to where we just were. And I'll show you how else we can do this with Baled. Yeah, we're pretty close to the level where you could make the chocolate crepe. We're not that far off. It's around 47. We're at 40, but whatever. Once again, Runge here, Runge de Sali. We'll be able to save our butts, once again, with a little bit of Baled. Let's see if we go to... So here it is. For 10,000 Baled, Jeosuke will sell us one. And you can get the other items there as well. You could see the pot of honey there, but we got it for 3,000 gil, which I think is a better deal than 10,000 Baled. So there we go. We got the chocolate crepe. And the white honey. Those do sound like two delicious things for sure. So I'll trade those two items here. Where are they? It's up at the food section. Chocolate crepe, white honey. Ah, these must be the requested sweets for the princess. Now then, please wait here a moment while I get Framilla for you. Yes, this will do just nicely. I'm certain this will be just the thing to lift Princess Arciella's spirits. Although, this whole situation has got me thinking. As long as she continues to face the pressure of her official duties, this is only likely to be temporary fix at best. That's why I've been pondering various topics, everything that's happening so far, and what will happen in the future. I found through my investigation into Ygnas that there are much about Adolin I do not know. And as long as I remain ignorant about such things, nothing will change. So, what should I do? That's when I came up with the answer. In order to bring about positive change, I need to go out and conduct these investigations myself. So, without further ado, I've received word that Ygnas has been spotted in the Cyzic battlegrounds. So Framilla, the great detective, is going to go check it out. Okay, Cynthia, let's get going. Oh, I almost forgot. Ploy, please give this to the princess for me. Thanks in advance. Huh? They're turning into leafkins. Off they go. Well, I can't say this is the greatest use of her time, but I suppose it is exactly the type of thing she'd do. Oh, yes, Framilla said they were heading to the Cyzic battlegrounds. I'm sure they'll be fine, but I really can't help but worry about those two. Hopefully nothing bad happens to them out there. At any rate, I'll go and give these sweets you brought to Princess Arciella. And we finished the directives, and we got some more high purity baled, 50 now this time. Wow. You just look. So now all we have to do is go to the Cyzic battlegrounds and just follow up with that. So I'll meet you guys right outside. It's not. We don't have to go far. I think it's right outside the gates at Western Adolin. Alright, so here we are at the southernmost beach in the Cyzic battlegrounds. And I think I've seen this item here before. When we were grinding around here before. It's a good place to come to grind on these mandragoras. But I always noticed this sandy overlook. Well, now we actually have a chance to click on this and see what happens. Let's click on here. Are you still trying your hand at playing detective? I see. So Framilla is the one doing the investigating this time around. It must have been quite the sight to see her racing out of the castle. She refuses to be tied down by convention, although I suppose I'm not one to talk. That being said, I imagine she's so focused on helping Arciella that she's probably just moving blindly about without any real direction. Although the day will eventually come when Arciella and Adolin itself require her support. I look forward to seeing that day in person. In fact, that day might come even sooner than anticipated. It truly is strange. At first, I was able to use the power of the Rosulacea's poem to speak only a few rudimentary sentences, but now I'm actually quite fluent. Although it's coming along slowly, I've been able to hold conversations with the townsfolk recently. And I'm only able to take that next step because peace has been restored to Adolin. In other words, Oko, I have you to thank. It's long overdue, but I want to express my gratitude. Normally, this would be where I tell you to let me know if you ever need any help. However, there is still much that requires my attention. I'm sorry I can't be of more assistance to you. What? Maybe there is a way I could help you, Oko. Is that the trust magic I've been hearing about? RCL has told me about it, but I've never actually seen it in person. This really is amazing. The leaves are so lifelike. It's like an exact duplicate of me. This is proof of the connection between our hearts and minds, Oko. This shows just how strong the bond between us is. Ygnas, I finally found you. Ha! It's tough. Not used to this body. Hard to speak. Huh? What's going on here? There are two of you, Ygnas. Ah, I get it. One of you must be Gyosuke. Huh? You disappeared. What's going on here, Ygnas? Or are you Gyosuke? I'm so confused. That was what is known as an alter ego. An alter what's it? What on Vanadil is that? I don't know about Framilla. I don't know about Framilla. I don't know about alter egos. I don't know about anything. It's them! Here they come again! I don't think Framilla's in any position to be saving Adeline just yet. Alright then, I suppose it's time for me to get to work. How did it all come to this? Wait, huh? Ygnas? He's disappeared again? Framilla, look after Arciella for me. Huh? Ygnas! I'm a bit worried about something. I need to go on ahead for a while. I leave the rest to you, Oko. Hey, we can't let him get away. Gah! Wow. It's quite an exit. You got the slow-mo glance and everything. The following is an excerpt from something I didn't get a chance to read. In the distant future, the allied nation was drawn together under the rule of a single queen. It expanded in both size and splendor, and its name and queen would be known throughout the land, although it would take some time for their fame to reach such heights. The young queen sauntered forth with her jeweled sword hanging from her hip, and her many great deeds performed were actually the work of a small tree-like spirit. Right, well, they left us there with a little clue as to where we might see Ygnas again one day. But we do get the Ygnas' leaf, and of course we got the Trust Ygnas, which is apparently a very strong healing trust, so that's really good. I'll have to play around with that sometime. And that basically wraps up the majority of Seekers of Adolin, guys. It's really been an amazing journey through the Seekers of Adolin, and went through all the quests, and we did the Wildskeeper raves, and we did all the colonization assignments, and all of the Mog Garden stuff to do monster rearing. It really was a tremendous amount of work. Even probably more work than it was getting our mythic weapon back in the Treasures of Adargan expansion, I think. It probably was more work doing this, but we did it all, and we managed to get our +1 ring, which is what it was all for. We finally did it. So now that we're done Seekers of Adolin, we can finally take a break from this, and there's still a little bit to do here in Seekers. I was actually kind of surprised about that siren thing, because I was going to do that later. I was saving a few little things to do here in Adolin. But siren was one of them, but we ended up doing them in this episode. But there's still something called Delve, and there's something called Sinister Rain. So there are a few other little things we can do in Adolin, so we will be coming back one day. Right, but that's going to be everything for today. So in the next episode, we're going to be moving on to do more of the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel stuff. So I'm not going to say too much about anything other than that. So just tune in next week to see moving on with more of the story stuff, missions. Specifically, the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel missions, which will be done from where we left off last time. Alright, that's going to be everything for this episode, so thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link below. My name is Oko, and I'll see you guys all on the next episode of our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a great day. Bye for now.